then Dronacharya decides, I have to do something to change the situation and I should be able to give a decent life to my own son. That's what he thinks. And that is when he go to Hastinapura and then starts teaching all these Kauravas, Pandavas. So during that time, the word that Dronacharya is teaching spreads like a wildfire, and lot of people from around the world come and join this particular institution of Dronacharya. It is like a university, if you ask me. It is that kind of a place. So they say that at least 1,000 students studied under his guidance, under Dronacharya's guidance. Yeah, so he's a great teacher. He's a great teacher. Okay, and as he is teaching, he can see the merits and demerits of each student, and only those students who are deserving would get special education. It's like time and again you guys are tested. When you make a certain score, that is when you are given advanced concepts to learn and everything, right? Very similar situation was there back then in Dronacharya's school, university, call it whatever, institution. Okay, then he sees, and each person chooses, I want to get trained in this particular aspects. For example, Dharmaraja is very good at throwing the javelins, throwing javelins, right?
What's it called? Javelin before, before?
What?
Was it called javelin before, like ages ago?
I don't know
Or
what it
had
was called
another
back then, because it was called something in Sanskrit. English was not the language. I'm translating everything for you. When I read, it is in Telugu, it is called ite. Ital visaranam antaru. Ite ante ila, it has that sharp thing at the end and you throw it, right? It goes and pierces into something or someone, whatever. That is what Dharmaraja learns. Bhima learns, mace. Fighting with the mace is what Bhima is interested in. And Arjuna is into archery. He becomes one of the best archers in the world. And then Nakula and Sahadeva are into different kinds of skill set. I read about it, but I don't remember. One of them is horse riding. Other is they are into waging wars, sitting in the sitting in the chariot, on the chariot. But Bhima has a skill of waging a war, sitting on the chariot, from within the chariot, and from the ground also. Even if you do not give Bhima any chariot, any kind of huge weaponry, he is capable of waging a war. He is capable of participating in a war because of his sheer strength. And then Duryodhana is also into mace. Duryodhana and Bhima are always like fighting, like they are into tug of war. That has been harbored ever since they were children, right? So he is also into that kind of gada thing. And Dushasana, everybody else also gets education as per their character, not just interest. As per their skills. No, as per their character is the right thing. That is because if Dronacharya found that there is Dushasana wants to, say for example, hypothetically, I am giving you a scenario where Dushasana comes and asks, I need Brahmastra to Dronacharya. Dronacharya knows Brahmastra. But if Dushasana is not that kind of a person who has a proven track record of having self-restraintment and things like that, Dronacharya would say, no, I am not going to give you this particular Brahmastra, because Brahmastra is something that has the capability of destroying the world. It is like having a nuclear bomb with a rogue nation, with a nation that is not responsible, or with a yes. Where are we? So based on their character, he is either going to give a certain education or deny that kind of education. It is only based on the student's characteristics, not because he is partial towards a particular student and he is not liking somebody for no reason and nothing like that. He offers education to the child who is, if there is a child, he or she doesn't is not at a level where he can be put into a PA program. Say for example, I'm hypothetically making a situation. If they are not, will the teachers put them? No, right? They would. It's not because teacher doesn't like that particular student and she or he is doing that. It is because they are looking at the capabilities of the child itself, right? They don't want anyone to get any kind of education that they cannot understand or that they cannot use with caution. So if Brahmastra is used by, say for example, Ashwadhama knows Brahmastra. Ashwadhama is an impulsive person. So if he knows Brahmastra, for example, if he gets angry, he doesn't even think the pros and cons of doing something, and he triggers or he invokes Brahmastra. Then what happens? The entire world will be destroyed. So this is the kind of decision making that Drona does before offering a certain course to a certain person. This is not because Dronacharya has got a lot of bad name in the recent times for not teaching some students some things. So they think that because somebody is not a Kshatriya, he did not teach some weapons. So you'll know what it is, and you'll understand why I am stressing upon this point so much. Okay, so from around the world, so many people, some kings from, some princes from Vrishni clan. Vrishni is belonging to closer to Krishna and his dynasty. So people from his clan also come and get education from Dronacharya. Okay, then so one day what happens? There is a guy. His name is Ekalavya. He is son of Hiranyadhanva. Okay, that person, he is very much interested in archery. He belongs to a certain different kind of clan. He's not Kshatriya. He's a forest dweller basically. Tribal, yeah, forest dweller. He is from a tribal community, and he is so much interested in archery, and he comes and approaches Dronacharya asking him, teach me archery. I'm very much interested. Please be my guru and teach. Dronacharya declines. Dronacharya denies admission to Ekalavya. He does that because Ekalavya doesn't have that kind of characteristics that a true student should need. So he cannot give all this weaponry. And Ekalavya's character is he's more drawn towards adharma than dharma. So in future, if there is a war between dharma and adharma, most likely Ekalavya will take that side, the wrong side. And if a person who is on the wrong side has so much of powers and has so much of weaponry and education, it is difficult to bring that negative side down. It is difficult to bring the adharma down. So that is why Dronacharya declines education to Ekalavya, and Ekalavya goes back. What Ekalavya does is he makes a statue of Dronacharya, and in front of that statue he does a lot of rigorous practice of archery, and he becomes a great archer. He knows techniques, but what he doesn't know is the weapons like Agneyastra, Varunastra, those Nagastra, those kind of weapons he doesn't know. Missiles he doesn't know, but he knows how to release arrows, how to release multiple arrows at the same time, how to release arrows in such a way that he can kill a person, he can put a person, he can bring down a person without killing him. So all those kind of techniques, tricks he learns, and he does that by sheer focus that he is putting on Dronacharya. He constantly thinks of Dronacharya and he starts practicing, and eventually he gets it. So okay, now that is happening somewhere in the forest, somewhere in the tribal area.
Wait, so he learns archery out of anger?
Not out of anger. He is not angry with Dronacharya. Dronacharya denies education, but Ekalavya is so much interested in archery. He wants to learn archery. So what he does is, and he always, his idol is Dronacharya. Dronacharya might deny him admission, but that doesn't make Ekalavya think bad of Dronacharya. Ekalavya still treats Dronacharya as his guru. In his mind, he is always his guru. And probably, see, even now today, we may not be having a direct connection with a person, but we might think them as a role model, as a guru, right? You look at their autobiography, or you look at their maybe there are some books that they have written, or there is some means of knowing about them. You'll know about them, and they become your role model, and you start following them. The opposite person doesn't even know about your existence, right? If I am saying that my idol is my role model is um, say my role model is MS Subbalakshmi, for example. She's a great singer. If I say that, if I think of my MS Subbalakshmi as my role model, and if I start practicing music, and if I hear to her songs so much, I might start mimicking her. I might try to sing her, and some after years and years of focus, I might achieve 20 or 30% of it. Mr. Subbulakshmi is a great singer, so nobody can achieve her height. So little bit of that I might be able to achieve. But MS Subbulakshmi, does she know of my existence? No. Similarly, that is the case with Dronacharya and Ekalavya also. Dronacharya doesn't know. The minute he declined admission, Ekalavya leaves, and after that, what happens to Ekalavya? He doesn't know. Okay, and there he is practicing archery, and here in